We are live.
I just see the icon. It says live.
Woo!
We are live. Dive Bar Comedy. What up, people? This is going to be a fun show. I'm Wild Joe. We've got our regular host, the tech guru, Carol Newell. Icon. It says live. And our MC, Mista See. I hear somebody's playing the show at a loud volume, and it's getting
trying to share
echo. So turn down your volume.
You just gotta mute that, yeah.
We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this with very little technical problems. All right. So we have a theme song.
We do.
Coming right up by GT, the late and great GT, sang and wrote this about wanting to go out and perform at a dive bar, which is how we all feel right now.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. I'm censored. Dive bar comedy. Comedy, dirty, bad, nasty comedy, dive bar 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 comedy.
Yeah! All right. I'm feeling hyped. All right. I was able to start a watch party. I hope a lot of you guys were able to start your watch parties. It is a challenge doing this. But I'm Wild Joe. Let's go around and introduce some of our comics tonight. We've got Davina Joy.
What's up, people? How's everybody doing? Sorry, I'm tipsy at the bar, dude.
All right, she's ready to party. Anastasia Washington.
Oh, hey.
Hey there, girl.
Hey.
All right, who else? Keith Coe Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, and Erin Mohr.
Woo!
Yeah, hello.
Everybody's got their drink. And last but not least, Erik Escobar.
Hello! Oh my lord, I am too crossfaded for this. Let's go.
All right. And we, of course, have our MC, Mista See. He's got a unique look tonight. He's going for the tie. It's like a Chippendales look. A tie, but no shirt.
That's right. That's right. I'm trying to get a little respect.
I like
What's been going on, Mista See? Everybody's got their drinks tonight.
Yeah, just celebrating another good day of hard work, whether it's working from home for myself or I'm sure my other cats is out there working in the streets. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. Couldn't be happier. Excited for everything to open back up after the corona calms down. And I'm just glad to be doing another show and glad we got all these dope comedians with us today.
Yeah. So you're still working from home. You work just as hard when you're working from home, or you would say you're kind of what's it called? Dialing it in.
Ever since I started working from home, my numbers are up. I'm dropping 60 hours a week. I got twice as much money in my pocket. I'm looking better than motherfucking ever.
Wow.
I couldn't be happier. Only thing that sucks is I can't go no fucking way.
Yeah.
I think that's the truth.
Yep, everybody's getting bored. I understand. I understand. Carol,
Yeah.
you've been out and about. You're doing all these socially distanced shows. What have you been up to?
I'm doing 3 online shows a week and 3 in-person shows a week. So that's keeping me busy.
3. Okay, so I knew about this show and the World's Best Laugh. Now you have
Right.
another.
I
what
do
else you have?
on Fridays, I do 40 Ounce to Funny with this guy from San Diego, Tommy Lucero.
Oh, we've had him on. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Great.
on Thursday night, I'm doing an open mic at Griffith Park at the Fountain. And then on Saturday, we're doing a book show in the Pan Pacific Park by the Grove. And on Saturday night, I'm doing the drive-up comedy. So that's also an open mic. So
You're busy.
a little bit. A little
Man, way
bit.
to make it happen. Way
Yep.
to make it happen. And
As
you were
long
one
as
of the
the Clorox-
first.
As long as
You
the
were one of
Clorox
the first
hold
Zoom
it.
shows that from the pandemic that arose right in the very beginning. So go
Yep.
get her, Carol.
Can't stay home.
Good for you. All
Thank you.
right. All right. I'm just going to go in the order that I see people here on my screen, which may be different than the way you're seeing people on your screen. But Davina, you're first in line on my screen. What have you been up to during this pandemic? I haven't seen you in a long time. I used to see you all the time at the Comedy Store.
I saw you all the time, every Monday at the very minimum, and it was more, which was wonderful. I feel like I was sliding really good and I was staying on like an emotional high, and I felt really taken care of because the Comedy Store was taking care of us as long as they could, and I'm getting some EDD and stuff. And now I'm like, oh, it's almost August and we're still here. And I'm just like kind of starting to I'm feeling it. I'm like, so who I thought I was going to be and who I'm going to be are 2 different things. Let's figure that shit out.
So, Davina, there was a time that the bars opened and then they closed. And then they got permission, but the Comedy Store never was able to open.
Oh, the Comedy Store's open now as far
They
as
are
a
now,
restaurant.
They're open now. They're doing
They're
shows.
running as like a restaurant, and they have some park, like they have the front patio area where they have a couple tables and chairs, and then they added some tables and chairs to like the parking lot. But because it's such slow capacity and minimal capacity, in the line of people that are getting to work the shifts to that aren't, there's like two waitresses that have been there for so long, so long, and so they're pretty much been handling it, which is fine. If the unemployment had the 600 stimulus on top of it, without that leaves us in a new place, a new locale. So I'm like, OnlyFans, I got cute feet, so I'm definitely.
Is it working? We've talked
I
about
have not yet. I
Have
have not
you tried
set
it,
one
and is
up
it working?
yet. I haven't set one up yet, but it's definitely on the forefront of how I'm gonna get through this push out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's another site. What were you saying, Carol?
Oh, I was going to say that the Comedy Store, I heard that they're actually live streaming shows from the comedians are doing it inside the club, and then they're live streaming it out to the parking lot.
They are. It's mainly been podcasts. Like Sam Tripoli has his this week, and Josh Adam Myers has one. But it's mainly been podcasts. I don't know. I know that they did Kill Tony for a few weeks, but I don't know if because they were having a couple people on stage inside, if that's still happening. But Roast Battle also did like a battle, I guess, last Friday, and are doing one again this Friday. So they are trying to keep it, as entertaining as it can be, considering
Well, a lot
it's
of
not
those
what
shows
it
are
was.
so interactive, and they had a lot of people just coming in hoping to perform, and there'd be almost 100 people just signing up hoping to get on Kill Tony. So it's,
oh my gosh, or more.
Hard to limit those numbers, right?
Yeah. Well, it was done in a different way where I think Tony just picked a couple people to come and do set. Like it definitely wasn't the same where there's like because they can't just let anybody in there. Everything is so restricted.
No, I used to be like sandwiched in between people just to watch like the roast battle, like just armpit
it was so
level,
uncomfortable
sweaty
for
guys.
I mean, serving that show was just like, someone kill me, please, because it's so many people and you're just like spilling drinks on everyone. And then people are so in the moment that they're not caring that you're working. And I'm a dick. Like, I've probably yelled at Barry Keith before at the Comedy Store. I yell at everyone who's in the way. I'm like, we're still friends, but fucking think I'm working here. Get out of here. I know I've yelled at Mark Stevens like so many times. That poor kid. But yeah, it's an interesting job. And now I'm like, okay, so what else is there? What's my next step in?
Well, have you been
getting
doing?
to the next
I know you were doing a podcast for a while. Your topless or your nude podcast.
Yeah.
Have you been doing anything like that lately?
It's been in hiatus, not because of COVID. It's been a couple years now because of production. Like, I just want to get the guest and be the host. And that's like my extent of like the creative field. Like, I'm not the engineer. I'm not the sound. I'm not the camera and all that. So I've been looking to and just asking the universe for the team of the right people, because it should be on TV. It's a great idea. And it's a good, innovative, amazing just show to really give some vulnerable openness. And we talk about spiritual shit. It's very much about like detaching sexuality and being sexual with nudity and not objectifying the body as much. And it's just it's I have 15 episodes. It's on Patreon, Naked and Serious podcast. It's awesome.
Patreon, that's another site where you can make some money, right? So you can get some fans on there.
I'm bad about like doing stuff like I don't know OnlyFans that well, but I'm like, if all I have to do is like a live video with my tits out or show my feet, like I'm good. I'm good for that. Like, I'll do that.
Nice. Well, I wanted to go on your show back when you were doing it while I was pregnant, because I thought that would be fun to be naked and pregnant on your show. That was like,
why didn't you reach out? I would have loved naked and pregnant.
It was definitely on my mind. I was like, I gotta do that naked show while I'm pregnant, but I didn't do it.
Oh man, Wild Joe.
I know. I'm not living up to my name. I'm not living up to my name.
Sometimes I was wilder too when at a point in time, Joe. I'm trying to get wild again though, but this COVID ain't helping it. It ain't helping.
Yeah, hard to get wild by yourself and 6 feet apart from any breathing person.
I mean, I've definitely been getting wild by myself, but that's a whole other
that's just the norm.
I mean, if I don't do that, I'm literally gonna commit suicide. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that.
Well, it's great to have you on, and
thanks
I'm excited to hear your set.
Thank you.
Davina. Yeah. All right, who else we got? Anastasia Washington. It's your first time on our show.
It is. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, nice to have you on. You found this on Facebook somewhere on a group, I think.
Yeah, actually, there was like this really cool group of like a spreadsheet. People are organizing that, like, of people that are looking for people to be on their shows, and I found you that way. I will find you. But,
so where are you from, and how did you get into comedy?
Well, I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I know it's very weird because people don't think people are born here, but I was. I started acting when I was really young, and I just was always the best friend, I think, in things, the sassy best friend, because I'm biracial and nobody knows what I am. So it just naturally evolved in me being comedy, like it just naturally makes you comedic, sassy and whatever. So, yeah. When you hear "what are you" every time you go into a room, you have to make jokes. So, you start like, little, quick comebacks like human, woman, fuck off, all that kind of stuff. So you try them out.
So how long have you been doing stand-up then?
6 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I took like a year off to do comic conventions because I'm that girl, and to find the balance between doing stand-up and doing panels at comic conventions. And once I had my energy under control, I was like, I could do both. I could figure it out. So I learned how to manage my energy and do both. Yeah. It took a year for me to adjust to that, for sure.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So comic conventions, that's like like comic book conventions or
like
what
San
would
Diego
you do there?
Comic-Con.
Dress up in an outfit, or what did you do there?
I still do, like, I just did Comic-Con at home. I do my podcasts there. I do them live on like in a panel. I used to dress up, but it was a lot working the convention and actually dressing up. Like, I remember one year I was Batman 66 and like I had that big old like, you know, like suit on and the mask. And then I was just like really tired after working. And like somebody's like, can I take a picture of you? Can you put on your mask? And I was like, and like under it, I was just crying. I was like, no. I was like, maybe I shouldn't dress up anymore. so now I just nerd out in vocally, you know, like in the panels and stuff like that. So yeah.
What are you talking about? You're just talking about comics, or what are you talking about on the panels?
So I do a podcast about true crime where we pair it with cereal.
Neat.
And so we do that one there. I do one about history where we talk about weird facts about history, like twisted facts. It's called Hysterical. Even like beauty tips from like ancient Egypt, which, just so you know, ancient beauty tips, disgusting. All of them. All of them are gross. But it's great to hear them. And sometimes you think maybe I should try it, but you know, then you realize they all died really young and looked gross, so you just don't. And then I do a whole bunch of other nerdy podcasts where we just talk about nerd pop culture and like how it, you know, like is reflecting us. Nerddom is so big now. It used to just be comic books, but now it's like everything. It's just whatever you're super like into, and then you get to a point of like nerd rage about, which is a lot for me. Like, I'm a horror movie nerd, like 100%. Like,
wow,
I will rage on about James Bond, Top Gun, and horror movies to a point where I might flip a table. It's just that way.
Well, I still haven't seen Top Gun, so
what? It's so good.
I know. Big gap in my pop culture knowledge there. So maybe I'll have to check it out.
It's okay. It's okay if you haven't seen something and you don't make like a big loud remark about it. I'm fine. You know, you have time, you can watch it. But like, I remember this one girl was like, you know, my favorite James Bond is Daniel Craig. And I was like, wrong. But anyway. And then she was like, every other, you know, James Bond is horrible. And I was like, so which movies have you watched? She's like, none of them. I'm like, not even Daniel Craig ones? And she's like, no. And I was like, then you don't have an opinion. You don't have an opinion. You know?
Karen.
Yeah, and that's when I flipped the table.
Cancer patient.
What?
Daniel Craig looks like a goddamn cancer patient. It looks like James Bond's about to fucking die through the whole goddamn movie from a disease.
Aww.
He's just not my speed. He's not my speed.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Sean Connery, Roger Moore man.
See, me too. I should have worn my Roger Moore shirt. Like, I'm a classic kind of girl.
It's Sean Connery all the way, guys.
Sean Connery for sure.
Everybody said
Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan.
Not
Remington Steele to the max.
Lazenby. George Lazenby is fine.
If you just start with
there's
Daniel
a lot
Craig,
of James Bonds.
There is a lot.
Like most every other character, the same person plays that for. Like, there's been a few Batmans too, but like, is James Bond and Batman the only ones, or there's been different Superman?
Doctor Who,
Superman.
If you're into, you know, Doctor Who, Superman.
Yeah, Doctor Who is, but that's
Doctor Who is,
everything I just said was a lie. Then
they've had like 2 or 3 Punishers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know nothing about movies. I'm right there with you, Joe.
And I was okay with the first 2
Wow.
Daredevils. Yeah. There should have been 2 Daredevils, though. They got it wrong the first time, like real wrong.
They did.
They needed to redeem
horrible in Daredevil.
2 Hellboys. Again, I don't think they should have changed Hellboy as well, but that's okay.
Well, Anastasia, I can see why you have so many podcasts, because you have a lot of opinions. And I'm happy to have you on our show and to check out your stand-up.
Thank you.
All right. Erin Mohr. Erin,
yes.
live shows, but this is your first time on our video version of the podcast, which has been, I guess we've done about 12 episodes like this. We started this during the podcast because I ran out of live show material, but now it's better because we can all see what everybody looks like and see how beautiful you are and all of our other guests. I love your hair. I was telling you, you're doing the same thing as me, which is growing it out long during the quarantine time. So,
au natural. I've been doing a lot of writing, a lot of comedy writing. I've been getting together with a group of 3 other ladies. We've been doing it every day except Sundays since March 11th. So,
wow. Every day.
Yeah, every day except for Sundays. Yeah,
that's a lot.
It is a lot,
writing?
But it's no, just comedy, just stand up.
Your jokes.
Yeah,
keeping sharp.
I've got a lot of material. I don't know if it's any good because I don't perform it anymore. But it's there.
Well,
Someday.
You're going to get to test out some of your jokes tonight. And next time we'll have to give you an hour spot, but this time you only get 6 minutes. So you're going to have to pick your best new jokes. I'm excited. That's fun.
Yes. Yeah, my best and bluest. Just for you guys.
All right. Yes. All right. And for people who don't know comedy lingo, blue means dirty.
Nice.
Filthy.
Yeah. So Erin, for people who haven't heard from you before, tell people about your background and how you got into stand-up.
Well, I'm a trans woman. I transitioned about 3 years ago, and shortly after that, I kind of just rediscovered a love for stand-up comedy that I had, when I was a kid, when I was an adolescent. So I took a class, and now I've been doing stand-up for a couple of years now, and I started in Seattle, moved down here to LA about a year ago, and it's been going great. It's going really great.
Good. Yeah, and you're working on the craft of all the joke writing. That's really important. So
yeah. And the ladies, we just started our own weekly live show. Got to plug that. Frog Valley Hour.
Frog Valley Hour. All right.
Frog Valley Hour. Yeah, we've done 2 so far. So we're just babies.
What night does that come out?
Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, great. I'm excited to hear your new material. It's going to be a fun night. We've seen you at Lotus Lounge and some other places around town. But how much do you miss the bar scene? Are you a bar fly usually, or?
That's what I honestly like. I watch a movie, see somebody sitting in a bar, and it's like, God, I just want to be able to pony up to a bar and order a drink, and I don't care, if there's people there, if there is, I just want to sit at a bar, enjoy a drink, just have that ambiance and that. It's drinking at home. It's not the same.
Yeah. I say you don't know what you got till it's gone. I mean, I didn't realize how much I loved bars and nights. I mean, I would always go out, but it's like now I'm like, where do I go? There's no place to go. And you don't realize how important it is to your life to have some place to go out. And even if I'm not drinking, just to hang out, it's
for sure
hard not to be able to go to bars. I miss it.
Yeah. Drinking in the park is not the same, really.
It's better. It's 3 times
I did
better.
some of that when I was underage, so I might bring back some memories. But anyway, all right, we've got our virtual bar going. I like your virtual bar, and we're gonna have fun tonight. So welcome to the show. Let's see. What else is going on? Who else we got? Barry Keith Coe Jr. Got the full name.
Full last name.
Yeah. How's your quarantine been going?
It started off with a bang, which was pretty cool. I had the fucking idea of starting to try to date again, went online, met a chick. She is an art curator, and one of her current exhibits was a virtual reality exhibit where they showed male penises
Oh.
getting hard with no hands and like flowers in the background. Right?
Did she try to enroll you in her?
She absolutely
exhibit?
recruited me. She recruited me. And then,
Did you do it?
I mean, here's where shit gets weird. So,
A gig is a gig.
How gets weird?
Is it though? Black people just shaving your body with razors, it's always tricky because we got sensitive ass skin. I don't know if you've ever heard of folliculitis, because I'll tell you right now, it is. She knows. Carol, you know what's up. Exactly. That shit is not. And the fact that you can't pronounce it the first time you read it, it's already scary. Like, what are we talking about? This
But
shit
it reminds me
dangerous.
of a lesbian dinosaur, Lickalotopus.
Shit sounds layered, just like this story. I ended up going against my instinct. You know, I'm an empath, and when you're an empath, when you make mistakes, it's like you make them twice. So I had a nightmare when she invited me to her house because I was like, oh, if, you know, because quarantine makes people horny. So I end up there and I was like, I'm not going to sleep with her because my balls hurt because the ingrown hairs, because that's what folliculitis is. It's irritated skin.
Well,
yeah, because I shaved my balls for the whole like art exhibit thing, and then I was gonna do it, but then that happened, so it was the worst. So I
have a solution. I have a solution. Just use the clippers on a very low level, so it's not completely.
That's what I did. That's what I did, and I still got it. Nightmare scenario was in my dream that she was giving me fellatio, and then she's like, "What's with your balls?" And like, oh, and that's exactly what happened too. So,
wait, so you lived it twice, once in the dream and then in real life.
And then she's like, I don't know.
Your balls after all that? I mean, you
I wasn't trying. I wasn't trying to do it. It just, you know,
it just happened.
It always.
I mean,
does.
when you go to suck a dick, I look at the balls.
But I mean, couldn't you delay your date by a week or something?
I wasn't right. I was like, I was just gonna go eat food and then, you know, be on my way. I had a plan. Didn't work out that way. I ended up. She goes,
you were gonna be a gentleman.
I was
just
trying.
Go to dinner.
That was my intention. And then she ends up saying, I'm worried because this looks strange. I was like, yo, it's folliculitis. It takes a little bit. She's like, well, then why? And I was like, well, then what do you mean why? I'm a guy. And then I end up going to the emergency room at Cedars-Sinai because she was like, it would make me feel better. So I got random ass female doctors looking at my balls. And then I do her because I got him in because he's got balls. And he's like, yeah, that's folliculitis. So that was the beginning.
Did the girl accompany you on this doctor's
visit? That's what I'm saying. Heartless. This is what I'm talking about. She didn't come with me. I haven't had sex in 5 months. So that's, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So wait, what was the end result? So you got your doctor's note, you showed it to the girl, and then did she then have sex with you or no?
And shrivel up after all that. That's like stepping in the ice bath. It is, you know, I just, you know, it was, let's just say we did, but we didn't. So that was cool.
I heard that. Hey, I got a tip for you next time, homie. Don't call it folliculitis. Call it razor bump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Razor bump gets your dick sucked. Folliculitis says, take your ass to the goddamn hospital.
Folliculitis. Yeah, I like that word, though. I actually like the sound of that word, but I don't think I would like the look of it. You know, it doesn't sound very appealing. Wow. Wow.
Like
you're going to have to shave your balls on like a number 4 or something on the clippers. Keep it a little long.
You could just go au natural.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Carol likes hairy.
Trust me, it pushed me in the direction, you know. But besides that, I finished a couple of animated projects. I ended up starring in 2 short films. I got picked up by an agency. I am working. I just finished my first episode of an animated series written and created by me. I have a comic book label that I'm launching next year, and I'm working on a television show, and I'm in talks with Quibi and Hulu and Apple TV for the animated series and the television show I created. So even though this shit was like fucking driving me bonkers in the beginning, I stayed faithful with positive attitude, and I built a garden on my balcony. And plants grow from just water made me realize how basic growth is again, and it helped center me. Yoga, working out outside, just natural sunlight, and just being reminded of the basic things we should be appreciative of. It really helped ground me, and I've been sober for 158 days from alcohol. So,
Nice, congratulations.
Wow, you've been so productive. This has been the best thing ever.
I don't know if I'm ever. Let's just say the folliculitis, yeah.
I'm
All
shit.
right,
You
Gary,
tell them
your
all that
connection
cool shit
is,
you're doing.
a
Don't
little-
fuck the fuck out of that folliculitis. I'll tell you that. You're doing a lot of shit. Don't fuck that folliculitis up. They're like, folliculitis, it's okay. It's okay. What was that TV show? What was that? Trust me. You tell them all that other good shit. You the man. You the man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Barry. Well, I'm glad to have you on. It sounds your connection is a little cutting in and out, so you might want to get closer.
You
to
know what
your
it might
modem
be?
or
Sometimes
something.
the background drags on the network. Sometimes if you drop the background, it'll help.
It could be get closer to your modem, or I don't know, check your
can
internet.
you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's cutting in and
real
out.
quick, I've been wanting to say this the whole time because this is going to be crazy creepy if it is. Anastasia, did you go to John Burroughs High School?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yo, I think we went to homecoming together.
Yes, we did.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Oh my god, I fucking knew that was you.
Wait, were you friends with Andre? Like,
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
You guys went to fucking homecoming together as dates.
I think it was actually backwards, but yeah, one of those dances.
Something
something like that. That's hilarious.
Classic.
So funny.
Wow.
Well, hello.
And they both like comic books and shit. He writes comic books. She goes to comic book con. She's been stalking him this whole time unconsciously.
Wow.
Unconsciously. That's it. That's
what bars are for. Bars, they bring people together. So
my mom is
Wow.
laughing. My mom is laughing so much in the background right now.
She probably remembers it.
Probably.
You probably have pictures together. Wow.
Probably. That's crazy.
Small world, small virtual world.
I know.
Okay,
That's
if you
hilarious.
find the pictures, you got to post it for us.
Oh my
I know,
god,
right?
yes.
That'd be so
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's all I gotta say is wow.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Now I want to know what happened that night.
Wow. Yeah. Was his balls okay back then, or is it just
Yeah,
now
like,
new
did
balls?
he have folliculitis? She's like, good thing I'm not gonna pull the folliculitis.
He did
That's
not
probably
have
a licolitis.
No.
Oh my god.
He didn't have it, which means you guys have seen each other naked. I love this.
Wow.
Talk about a small world.
It's a medium-sized world. It's an average-sized world. Barry's a great guy. It's a good-sized world. All right, guys. Let's not
Amazing.
Nobody's
It's a good
talking
size
about the
world.
size of the world, honey. It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
Oh my gosh. What an exciting thing. All right, Barry. I got to move on to our last comic, but wow. You really, wow. That's the best thing that's ever happened on Dive Bar Comedy.
Anastasia and saying
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
She knew too. She hasn't said nothing.
I know nothing. I'm like Jon Snow.
Just trying to keep it on the DL, dude.
She's like, I wasn't gonna speak unless you did, snitch.
Funny.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, that's
All right,
hilarious.
Erik Escobar.
Hello. Wait, real
Last
quick
but not
before
least.
you ask me any questions, Erin, did you go to Bishop Montgomery High School?
Holy shit!
Yeah, we
No.
fucked each other too. Oh goddamn it! Wrong, Erin. I knew they were black. I should have known. I was wondering if maybe it's
This
okay.
fucking guy.
I was a very different Aaron back then. Really, if you fucked me, it would have been very different.
You actually fucked me. Let's not get it wrong, all right? And it was the best 8 minutes of my life. I loved it.
Okay, then it was me. It was me. That's Now it's.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
I've been doing great. I love quarantine. I'm working on my Netflix special. It's coming out next summer. It's called Follicleitis. It really is. Follicleitis is going to be great. I think it'll be wonderful.
I'm bringing shea butter for you.
Aaron's the future. It's really a good time.
Wow. You got a cartoon. You're the only person with a cartoon bar.
Yeah, I'm Simpsons in it up. Yeah.
I'm pissed I didn't think about that.
Damn. Good shit, Erik.
I like it. I like it. So I heard you've been sleeping in during quarantine and you have to wake up early tomorrow. What's up with that?
So this is some BS. I have a 5 a.m. wake up tomorrow because I have to be. I'm on a show right now. I'm on a Fox show, and we shoot at 6. But here's what's messed up about it: because of all the quarantine guidelines. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm non-union, so the pay is shit. But anyways, I feel like it's so crazy because we can't shoot for more than 10 minutes without our masks on. So we have a super early call, and we shoot until super late because we can only shoot like 10 minutes at a time without our masks. It's bull. But I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm chilling.
And then how often do you have to put your mask on? How long do you have to wear it before?
10 minutes on, 10 minutes off.
Wow.
Interesting.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, how is
And
that
we're
going
on
to
that
help
sound stage where only 5 people are allowed at a time. It's a massive sound stage. Only 5 people can be inside
Insane.
at one time.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Huh.
But it's going well. I like it. Been doing a lot of Zoom shows. I did a TED Talk right before quarantine, which is it's great because I did a TED Talk for just the camera people. We had to give away 200 tickets and then refund them because of COVID. So if you want to see me be a hype man for 2 individuals, it's a great cringy watch. Check it out.
What's the name of your TED Talk?
How to live a more fulfilling life through humor, and I cried the whole night afterwards. It really was a great experience. It was a good time.
Oh god.
Those were happy
Great
tears.
title.
What's up?
Those were happy tears.
Yeah, sure, maybe. Okay, yeah, of course. I'm so happy. Just an hour of happy tears in my shower. A little less than usual 2 hours, but
It's a long
worked out.
shower. You have to conserve water.
The shower isn't long. It's definitely the tears.
Oh,
it's
okay,
definitely the tears.
Okay, the
Yeah.
tears. Okay, I was worried.
And the jacking off. Anyways, what were we
Yeah,
talking
that's right.
about? I just feel like there was a thing.
Just turn the water off.
Yeah.
That's all I'm watching.
What if you use the Anastasia? You'd be mad at me.
What are you gonna say?
Wow. Well, I'm happy to have you back on our show. Everybody should check out your TED Talk. How's it been doing on the TED site? You've been getting a lot of hits on your talk?
You gotta like.
It was great for the first 2 days, and then it's been dead. So, I would really appreciate any support. That'd be great. I would love it. Y'all are so wonderful people. I'm happy to be here. I'll only cry for 45 tonight.
Well, we definitely believe in having a fulfilling life through humor. That's what we're doing here, and that's what all the comics are always doing, being comedians. So I'm sure it's a great talk. People should check it out.
I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all, and I appreciate reconnecting with Erin. Prom, right?
Oh my god!
It was a great prom.
It was uncanny.
Wow. All right, Mr. C.
Yes,
I think
ma'am.
it's about time we start this show.
Yeah. Was Victor Martinez around or?
I don't see him. Do you?
No, he was in and out. I didn't know if he was still.
I don't know.
Leave him out.
Was he here before? I don't see
Yeah.
him right now.
He
in and out.
was, but yeah, he's gone.
He came and went.
Yeah, he's muted. I
I
think
don't
he
know
Sounds
what's
like
going
Victor.
on, man. I don't see him.
He's
So
not on
Okay,
the
if he comes
roster.
back up, we'll do it. So we got 3 girls, 2 guys. Or
Yeah.
3 girls, 4 girls, 2 guys.
4 girls, 2 guys. That's 2 guys and a girl.
okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna come.
all right.
Hey,
and
Eric
somebody
wants to
wanted
go first.
Did somebody want to go third or something?
Barry.
Barry wants to go third. Eric wants to go first.
Cool. All right. Cool. All right. I got my plan. All right.
What are you doing?
Anything else you want to say to the people, Joe?
No, I just want to get this show going.
Well, then let's get this show going and say, yeah. Can I get a clap? It's time to start it
Yeah.
Shout out to my man GT who's on this Dive Bar Comedy Show. I'm Mr. C, the Enforcer, aka Poppy, call it a goddamn bad boy. I thought something was happening. Anyway, I can hear feedback. But anyway, probably call it a bad boy. Skip Bags representative. Always glad to be here. Always glad to be grinding. We're about to get into it with these comedians coming to the stage. We got a gentleman coming up. Savvy, experienced. He got Fox shit popping off. Of course they underpaying him. It's fucking Fox. What do you expect? But get ready for somebody that's doing mad kind of shit. Matter of fact, everybody doing mad kind of shit. So get ready and turn it up for Poppy himself. He moving shit cross borders and back like he the guys from the place that they never whack. Can I get a clap for Erik El Papito Escobar?
That intro made me hard. That was great. That was so wonderful. It's like prom night all over again. I love it. I've been going to protests. Who's been protesting? Anyone go out to a protest? Make some noise if you have been.
Yeah.
Cool. 1. I love it. Cause everyone. But here's what's up. So like a week ago, I went to this protest and it was wild because I was in downtown LA. And I don't know if you saw this on the news, but I saw a cop get shot in the face.
Wow.
It was the craziest thing I ever seen. Like I was freaking out. Because it was the first time I've ever used a gun. All right, guys, very sad. But, I got him. Finally, good fight. I don't even like guns. I remember when I was 16, I went hunting, tried to shoot this rabbit, accidentally hit the magician. All right, it was the worst birthday party I've ever been to. Surprise. Quarantine's been weird, man. I'm quarantining with my girlfriend. Who's quarantining with like their partner, their significant other, anyone else in here? Oh man, I hate her so much. She's the worst. I hate being stuck with her. It's horrible. We're trying to spice things up. The other day, we tried role playing. If you don't know what role playing is, it's when you lie in bed together and you play with each other's roles. All right? We're getting a lot of weight this quarantine. I'm her little Pillsbury Doe baby. You know what I'm talking about? Sexy boy. Sexy man. I'm a sexy man. I'm going to stop undercutting myself. But I want to do something nice for her, some lingerie. Bought her some sexy lingerie, and she got so mad. She was like, Erik, why would you still go out during a pandemic and buy me something from Goodwill? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a second hand, am I right? Second hand? Yeah, gross. But it's been chill. We're going out a little bit. We're going to bars here and there. But here's the thing that I've noticed. Like all my exes have been like Filipino, Japanese, Korean. So now every time we see someone who's Asian, she's always like, Erik, what? You want to hook up with them? You like them? And I always have to be like, yo, can you not talk that way about my cousins? All right? He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet man. Please stop it, baby. Please stop it. Oh man, I love her very much. My girlfriend's Italian, Puerto Rican, and angry all the time. All right, it really is a good mix. She doesn't like to cook, so we've been ordering hella delivery. We're ordering Postmates, Uber Eats, and I swear to God, our kitchen now is just full with random plastic forks and knives. All right, like some of them they cut really well. Others, you can barely finish the circumcision. You know what I'm talking about? Ew, that's gross. All right, let's stop. I miss comedy. I'm a comedian and a professional wrestler. I can't do any of those things right now. I can't wrestle people. I can't do comedy. I remember my last wrestling match. It was wild because I was wrestling this guy out of nowhere. He decides to legitimately headbutt me in the dick, which was horrible. It was absolutely horrible because it was the first time I've seen anyone get a concussion. You know what I'm talking about, ladies? You know what I'm talking about? So hard. Oh man. I try to visit my parents here and there during the quarantine, make sure my folks are okay. I just hate it because my parents are super conservative. So they'll always like spring some stuff on me. And I'm like, yo, let's not talk that way. Let's not do that. Like the other day, my mom asked me if I was pro-gay people. And I was like, what kind of question is that, Mom? She's like, these pro-gay people. I'm like, Mom, I'm not even amateur gay people, all right? Like, when did they get a league? You know what I mean? Got any some fantasy gay? Let me audition. Put me in, coach. That'd be great. I feel like my dad's does some messed up stuff too. Like one time, my dad called someone a heavy set. And I'm like, don't say heavy set. It's 2020. Say like plus size or fat. One time he called someone Oriental. And I'm like, Dad, don't say Oriental. Say like Asian or Asian American. But what's really messed up is a couple of weeks ago, I heard my dad call someone a pussy. And I'm like, Dad, that is messed up. All right. It's 2020. We don't call people pussies anymore. We call them millennials. It's a hard joke to tell as a millennial. Very difficult. But I am part of the worst generation of all time. All right. Have you recently talked to like 31-year-olds? It's like you're talking to 31-year-olds. All right. Like no one has a job. They only take Uber Pool. What's up with that? But I feel like I figured it out. Like millennials are weird because we were the first generation to have like smartphones, social media, the internet, and it messed us all up. We're addicted. All right. Like I can't do anything without my phone. I was taking a poop today, realized my phone wasn't with me, and I started crying. Okay. I started crying. I freaked out. I finished my business, and then I got out of the pool. And that was the second worst birthday party. I think that been pretty bad. Oh man, a little bit more about my parents. My mom is Filipino. My dad is Mexican. It's fun being Mexipino. I like it a lot. But here's the thing. I got stuck with two races with like the worst names ever. All right. Like my mom, here's the thing. I got an uncle on my mom's side, Filipino dude, and his name is Boy. All right. He is my Uncle Boy. My question, how lazy were my grandparents? All right. Like, here's your boy. What do you want to name him? Yes. Like, no, that's not how you should name the kid. What if we were all named that way? We were all named at whatever like our first image at birth was. You know what I mean? Like I would be like, what's up? My name's Baby Boy. Here's my girl. Her name's Baby Girl. Here's my daughter. Her name is Premature. And this is my son. Here's my glorious son. His name is, why is he black? I don't know. He looks like our neighbor. Very confusing. He's very handsome. Get your mail and get out of here. I hope you let's please do that. On the Latino side, it's even worse, man. I got a horrible Mexican last name. It's Escobar. People hear Escobar. They're always like, oh, are you related to Pablo? Are you in a cartel? And it doesn't really bother me. All right? Because they'll be dealt with. They will. I'm pissed, man. I was supposed to go to Mexico during this quarantine. Here's the thing. I had a free flight to Mexico, a free flight. And I don't know if that's going to happen anymore, but I was super excited. A free flight to Mexico. I was getting deported, but we'll see if that is still happening. I don't know. Maybe not. Carol, how am I on time? I didn't see a light or anything. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute. All right, for this last minute, I want to play a little game. Let's do this with all the comics in the chat. Any comics in the chat speak another language? Anyone?
Poquito Espanol.
Carol, what do you speak?
Bonics.
Espanol.
Oh, domo arigato. All right, yeah, there you go. I know a little bit. I got some. Carol, I want to play a game with you before I get out of here. I've been learning a little French during this quarantine. So what I want to do is I want to say a French word, see if you can translate it for everyone else. Sound good?
Okay.
Cool. Let's do it. Let's start easy. Let's go with bonjour. You know what bonjour means?
Hello.
Hello. Clap it up for Carol. She's killing it. She's killing it. Next French word. I love this French word. Buffet. You know what buffet means?
All you can eat.
All you can eat. Well done. Well done. Surprise. I didn't know that. Last French word to take us out. Last French word, menage a trois. You know what menage a trois means, Carol?
Threesome.
What is it?
Threesome.
It's not threesome. Menage a trois does not mean threesome. I'm sorry, Carol. Menage a trois actually means buffet. All you can eat. You know what I'm talking about? Delicious. Thank you so much. My name's Erik Escobar. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Dive Bar Comedy. Y'all have been great.
Yeah, that's right. No round of applause for Erik, the Mexipino Prince Escobar, or you will be dealt with.
Scared.
God damn it. Gotta be serious for a minute. As a candidate, that was a great job, and I like him too because he talked about a whole bunch of great stuff. I also have racist parents and whatnot, and my dad is also, I guess he's a body shamer. So my dad was literally Al Bundy, right? He was a police officer, so you know you love this at this point. He would come home every day and tell me a fat woman's story. So one of them, he's like, okay, CJ, today I was in the elevator at work, and it was this little scrawny dude. He was with this big old woman. And he had said something to her, and apparently she didn't like it. So the big woman backhands him in the middle of the elevator. And my dad is standing right there. And he just kind of looks at it like, oh, shit. Mind you, he's a cop. And he's just standing there like, oh, shit. Completely terrible. Also, my dad used to say terrible things about Puerto Ricans. And I have a bunch of Puerto Rican friends and whatnot, because I'm a Philly. I mean, look, they used to force me to dance with their grandma for 3 hours and 4 right? That's right. Stomp, 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 step forward, stomp, 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 step back. That's how you saw some merengue. And my dad would say anything that he saw that was messed up, because he's a Philly cop. So if something was broken or damaged, he'd be like, oh man, this Puerto Rican ass phone, this Puerto Rican ass car. So one day I'm hanging out smoking weed with my friends, Puerto Ricans, and something fucked up happens. And in front of 7 Puerto Ricans, I go, man, this Puerto Rican ass bullshit.
Oh, no.
I just stopped. I was like, yo, y'all know I love y'all. My father is racist. And you know, they all just looked at me and just like, all right, cool. We get it. Cool. At that, because, you know, everybody's a little racist. And we'll call it prejudice, because racist means you have power. Prejudice and bigoted people are just scared.
Thank you for saying that.
You know what I mean? The term is overused. But anyway, we ready for our next comedian to come to the stage?
Yeah, buddy.
That's right, that's right. So we got a lady coming to the stage. She is a classic. She is fam. She's been here many a time. She's a star. I think she loves to drink like me too, so I like it even better. She brings nothing but brightness, happiness, and glee with just a slice of darkness to your life. Are you ready to see everything from the light to the dark? Can I get a yeah?
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Clap, 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 clap. You better get ready for DAVINA. Make your joy.
What is up, people? Hello, hello, hello. That was quite the introduction. I think I just came. It's been so long. Any nice things said about me, I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. We're good. We're good. Oh, Anastasia, I feel so bad because I have an afro. Like when you were saying that's a long shower, I'm like, oh, how does she not take 40-minute showers? Our hair is so similar, and it's something that is a big guilt and a shame. I did get a new vibrator because I'm like, I have to stop using my shower head. It's like an extra, you know, probably 200 gallons of water. I don't know how water works.
Sure.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I love long showers, so I feel bad. After I moved here in 2011, and didn't they have the drought in like 2012? And I was like, oh, that's my fault. Everybody, I'm so sad. Water's hot. Hot water's hot. Anyway, I've been alone a lot, and you don't realize how alone you are until like virtual people make you so happy. Like, you know, these virtual I'm like, this virtual conversation, like when we were getting to interview and talk, I'm like, this is talking. This is so great. Oh, I love how the world was. And you know what? I didn't appreciate it. None of us fucking appreciated. I can't tell you how many times I would walk into my job and be like, I'm so over being here. I think that's the coronavirus is literally like a collective. We're tired. And I think the entire planet and everybody on it was like, something's got to give. You know what I mean? We need to have a change here. Like energetically, we need to shift. And so now I sleep, you know, a lot. I've been loving the virtual shows because it's like, can you tell I rolled out of bed to get here? Because I didn't. I'm still in bed. This is like part of my bed. You can't see. I'm in bed. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm so happy. Like I thought my sadness was depression, but no, I think being awake is the reason I'm depressed. Like I think I'm very happy asleep as a sleeping person. And I think the hardest thing I was like you, Barry, or when you were talking about like dating and wanting to meet somebody, for me, because I'm actually looking for like a conscious connection, I think this is the best time to be on Tinder or to be on like because like they're like DTF and I'm like, yeah, but we can't. You know what I mean? So like you like hook them, like you throw the bait and you're just like, I totally suck your dick right now. If your dick couldn't be covered in fucking viruses, I can kill me. Which is possible anyway. And I don't even believe in it, but I just want someone to get to know my personality first. And I don't know. I think I have to trick them. I feel like tricking them's the best way to do that. Is this why I'm single? I'm like, you just go into it with a false misconception of who you are, and then it'll work out, you know? Because like I don't know who I am. Hey guys, hey, I don't know who the fuck I am. I'm sorry. Like I'm in my bed doing a virtual comedy show and I'm 39. Like I don't know who I am, you know?
And they both. No.
It's been a while. It's been a long time of trying to discover that. So and I'm very spiritual. Like I'm a very spiritual person. And so I'm trying to make myself feel better. I'm like, maybe I'm like Gandhi and I'm not supposed to have someone that can handle me. You know what I mean? Like my purpose is so big, but it's like, when am I going to step into a 57? Like, I don't know. I have some gray hairs that are popping away. I swear I want to call them Cruella and DeVille. I don't know if you see them right here. You see that where it looks like someone put silver Sharpie? That's my two, that's Cruella DeVille. And so now I have to see myself as this person who's turning gray because the most virgin thing on my body is my hair. I've never dyed my hair in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you can see even, I just saw on this that you can see my dandruff too. And so, and I've never dyed my hair. So I'm like, oh, if I start going like white or gray, like I've plucked enough to where more are showing up. And I'm like, that myth is true. I think if you pluck a gray hair, you get like 3 more coming in that place. So now I'm just like leaving them be. But like, like, does salt and pepper work on women the same way it works with men? You know that salt and pepper hair like makes you want to fuck a guy. Like I'm like, daddy. Like, they do, dude. Men that complain about their beards or having like gray hair, whatever. I'm just like, no, dude, that makes you more fuckable. Like fuck off. You know what I mean? Like when a woman gets to that point, I think we're just like, I'll bake you cookies, son. Like I don't know. I'm like, should I be learning how to bake cookies? I don't fucking know. I'm keeping my head above water though. I've learned how to roller skate and I'm so bad at it. I don't want to fall, you guys. Like falling sucks. I think I died in a previous life falling, is what I've come to the conclusion of, because it's like, I will do anything in the world to not take a fall. And even if I have like my, pads on, sorry, there's like notes that are coming out. Salt and pepper women are fucking hot. Fuck yeah. Okay, I needed that. if I like have my pads on, whatever, it's like I know that like I know that I can fucking fall and be okay, but it's literally like the death of my soul. So rollerblading hasn't been great, but I've learned to play the ukulele. Yeah. And I'll tell you the best thing, the best thing that happened from that. I've never been able to make myself come with my own hand. Like it just has not been my talent. You know, I have a lot of sympathy for men working with vulvas on a regular basis. Like they're tricky bitches. And so I'm sorry. And so I've always been like, why does it not work out? Well, I started playing the ukulele and I realized that I did not know my clit strum pattern. And it's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And now I can come. So that's my musician joke for you. This has been so much fun though, guys. You all are amazing. And thank you so much. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So round of applause for Davina Joy. Yeah, that's right. Get your come on, baby.
I'm trying.
I like it. I like it. And that's right. For you guys that are out there struggling, I always have tips for you excellent, is it cunnilingus in the world. Hum while you do it. You become a human vibrator.
Women too.
That's right. Or put ice in your mouth. That's another tactic.
Or a mint.
Yeah, or a mint, like something, a Hall's Methyleptus. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So, once again, another round for Davina, the goddess of happiness and joy. And we hopping right into our next comedian, who's also a family veteran from the Dive Bar Comedy Show. She's also a friend of somebody that I'm actually about to drop her interview I did at Clusterfest this past year with homegirl Robin Tran. And this is one of our homegirls too. They're on the same squad, super funny, great people. And are you ready to be blessed with the essence of prom night that Mr. Escobar had himself? 8 minutes of joy. Are you ready for this 6 minutes of passion? That's right, that's right. I said, are you ready for 6 minutes of passion? You gotta get ready, let's get right for the EM, not Eminem, but the other version, Erin Mohr.
Hey, hi guys. Hi guys. I am so excited to be here in my house again. So I've been doing the pandemic dating. I'm still trying to do the dating thing. I am no joke. I swear to God, it happened moments before the show started. I hit a major milestone with a boy. We both agreed to share indoor space. So it was huge. So huge. I feel like next is marriage. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm a trans woman. I date guys. I know that there are a lot of guys out there who don't date trans women. And you know what? That is absolutely fine. I'm okay with it because there are plenty of guys out there who will date trans women. And from my experience, those guys are pretty great. And when I say great, I mean pretty great. Is this coming across here? Pretty great. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're having audio problems. Is everything okay? Let's see. Better? Worse? Yes? Better? No? Not that much better. Is that better?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes. So, men, I was dating. Don't date trans women. Some trans women do. And the guys that do date trans women, they are, as I mentioned earlier, pretty great. Now, not all of the men are great. I did date one guy. I feel like the audio problems are back again, aren't they? Is it? Yes? No? Okay. I'm just gonna
Turn down your speaker volume.
I don't have a speaker playing. It's just in my headphones. All right. I just have headphones on. Is that better? No? No?
We can
I
still hear
it.
you. It might be someone else. Yeah.
Somebody else on the channel? Hello,
myself.
test 1, 2. Hey, that actually, I think that works. That did it. Thank you. So where was I? Talking about guys who
the guys
date
like transsexuals.
trans women. Yes. So yeah, the guys that do date trans women, they're pretty great. I did actually take one guy who wasn't great, but he just turned out to be just nice, like beer can kind of nice, if you know what I mean. Honestly, this makes sense to me. There's a portion of our culture who, who would label guys who date trans women who are as less than masculine. And these guys are pretty masculine. I mean, masculine spelled with a big D, if you know what I mean. And this is good for me too, because while I'm not exactly great, I'm also not great, if you know what I mean. And I'm not like, I don't want to get too hung up on traditional gender roles, but I prefer a guy who's greater than me, really. Like a lot of women feel this way. Like a lot of women want to date guys who are taller than them. And I feel the same way. I want to date guys who are taller than me. It's just, they need to be taller on 2 axes, on like the y-axis and the x-axis, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get too graphic on you because it's a graph. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I still I still date women, by the way.
Nice.
I'm what they call pansexual. Have you guys heard this pansexual thing? It's like the hot new craze.
Yeah, it's called Prince.
Sweeping the nation. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, pansexual means I date men and women and people who are in between the binary. It also means I'm better than bisexual people. Yeah. It's interesting being with women now because it's, I'm since I've transitioned, it's more like lesbian-y. And like growing up, I always had like that kind of that red-blooded American, like view of lesbian stuff, like, oh my God, lesbians, they're so hot, just watch them kiss, blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, now that I've experienced it, yeah, it totally is. It really is hot. Yeah. Really hot. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, so like I get a whole lot of questions about the whole transiness thing. A lot of people are curious, like, how do trans women, have sex? Like, how do guys have sex? And first, let me tell you, like, I can be like a pitcher or a catcher. Or the top or the bottom. I don't know if that is like the bagel or the banana. Does that make sense? Like, it's like I prefer to be the bagel, but if he wants to be the bagel, I can be the banana, and I can banana like the best of them. Really, that makes honestly, I just want an excuse to say banana a lot because I love saying that word. Anyway, I've had a fabulous time here. Thank you very much, Dive Bar Comedy. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
From 2008.
That's right, Erin Mohr, baby. Give me more, give me more, give me more, Erin, give me more. That's right. Good job.
Wow, I love it.
I like it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Good times. And that's once again a great job by Erin. Also, once again, I want to recognize that soon coming out on Skit Bag Street Team is an interview with Robin Train, too. Great comedian, did it at Cluster Fest. Motherfuckers blowing up right now in the whole comedian world, because at the end, we're all comedians. We're all comedians. You want to remember that. It's all jokes and shit. Because real talk, we all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Who's saying they cried for 3 hours after they did a TED Talk? My man, Erik? Hello. You know what I'm saying? He has people killed, transports drugs across states, gets mothers hooked on crack. No problem. He does a TED Talk about his emotional feelings and the man cries for 3 days. That's comedy. That's fucking comedy right there. And that's beautiful. And that's what we talk. Round of applause for comedy and Erin Mohr.
Thank you very much.
We got the homie coming up to the stage, Mr. Cool Smooth himself. He the type of dude to meet chicks from high school back in the day on the fly, because he be that super guy, and he never gonna tell you the reason why, because he never gonna lie. And he's gonna bring it to you right, because he keep it real tight, and he's gonna do it all night. So are you ready to get with the spike? Put your hands together, give me a clap, 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 clap. Make sure I get his name right, because he a junior like me, and I want to nail this motherfucker. Let's get it right. Barry Keith Coe Jr.
Everybody in the room, hope everybody's having a happy quarantine.
Yeah, Barry.
Can you guys hear me? Cool, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Your
I kind of feel
bandwidth
like
is
people, sorry, Black people problems.
I think it's the background hating.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, because I think I tried it once and it was slowing me down.
That's why you don't have a background.
Your internet speed.
Yeah, well, everybody's on it in the technology. I pay Verizon $200 a month. My shit still be acting up.
Can you hear me now, though? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Through the show. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop our comedy.
Barry.
Most people at a bar can't hear your ass anyways.
That's right.
You know the fake.
BKCJ, BK.
You're hilarious. I feel like people who don't kick their animals off the bed during sex are on the spectrum of bestiality. Here's the thing. I understand we're creatures of comfort. Netflix and chill has gone to a whole new level when you let your tiny little dogs watch you and your girl soft fuck from the corner of the bed. It's gone to a whole new level. You can't. I realized during quarantine, I love food too much to commit suicide. This is real. I don't know if you guys have ever had cheesecake before, but a slice of cheesecake can save a life. Right? I every time I see a suicide, I'm like, I don't think they have ever had cheesecake, because like cheesecake, oh my God. I think I love cheesecake more than sex, at least right now for sure, because I'm not having sex, because what the fuck. And truth be told, I've had more uplifting and supportive encounters with cheesecake than I've had with sex. You know, I'm boycotting McDonald's right now because McDonald's I got some real beef and the kind you can grill. Have you noticed like their buns smell? You know what I mean? Like I've had people tell me, and I'm like, fuck you, because when other people from other countries tell me that McDonald's is better in their country, I'm like, fool, that's like talking about shrooms. You don't got shrooms right now? I don't want to hear about shrooms. Anyways, that's just a side. That's just me being realist, you know. Anyways, I I don't know, man. McDonald's lost me. I feel like, you know what? If your parents took you to McDonald's for your birthday as a child, they didn't love you. Supposed to go to Chuck E. Cheese. You were supposed to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, they had hope. McDonald's, all they got is a death pit they used to call a playpen. And you know, people used to piss in those balls. For sure, they shit in them. And you got to think about the logic behind somebody getting in the ball pit and individually cleaning out each fucking ball. Hell no. You know, people from my generation used to jump in those motherfuckers head first. Like, what's wrong with you? I was in line the other day at Ralph's, man, and I was reading this magazine because, you know, the lines, they're just forever. And I saw this article that was asking parents how old is too old to shower with your children naked. And I'm just like, right, because first of all, it's just clickbait. And you're wondering, and I'm just thinking like, here, as an ex-little dude, I feel like when you're old, when you're tall enough, your dad's cock, the dick slap you in the jaw, you're too tall for this ride. So a lot of people are still getting married. And last year I noticed there was a lot of marriages because of dating apps, which is just, it's a lot. Congratulations. You know, I'm in my mid-30s and I've actually never been invited to a wedding. And I graduated from college. So I know it's not them, it's me. It's okay. So here's the thing. When my friends don't invite me to their weddings, I just wait for them to have ugly babies. You know they're gonna have one because they should have never got together in the first place. Everybody knows, you know, you got that one friend with an ugly baby. You just want to be like, no, your baby's not breathtaking. And it looks like you got stepped on by a fucking Goomba and your head is half squished. You know, they got that retarded head. I'm sorry, you're not supposed to say retarded no more, but I just did. And fun fact about me, I was born and raised in Beverly Hills, so I have the soul of a white woman trapped in my body. Her name is Summer. She loves astrology, not by choice. Goji berries, long walks. You know, I dated Aries once. I don't know if you guys know anything about astrology. That's a fire sign. Makes sense because she lit my apartment on fire. And yeah, I know, man. I know. If I could travel back in time, man, it will be to that one time I ate an entire box of Captain Crunch. You guys know about Captain Crunch? You ever heard about a cereal called Captain Crunch?
Yeah.
And if you're saying like you're all enthusiastic, you're fucking insane because chewing Captain Crunch was like chewing a bowl of glass. Because you have to think about it. BC before Crunch Berries, like didn't you notice that Oompa Loompa Orange natural Captain Crunch? It was literally like Donald Trump orange. How was the milk in the bowl left over slightly pink? Because every time you bit into a spoonful of Captain Crunch, it was cutting into your gums, which was leaking blood into the spoon, leaking into the leftover bowl of milk. The most creative form of child abuse America has ever gotten away with. Here's a horrifying truth about me. The first time I ever saw somebody do cocaine, my drug dealer's dog OD'd in the same room. First off, if your drug dealer doesn't OD in front of you at least once, he's not legit. But if their dog ODs in front of you, that shit's legendary. There's a story attached. I'm gonna give it to you real quick. I lived in San Diego for a little while. One of my buddies, we in college, he went down to San Diego State, and I was going to a community college. and he was a frat boy. So, you know, they did a lot of skiing on the beach in San Diego during that time frame. I don't think they pulled that shit off, but they really made it work. And fun fact about we went in, and then the drug dealer, his dog ODs, and then he ODs while he's trying to resuscitate the dog. So I'm gonna fill you guys in on a fun fact about buying drugs. The best time to re-up on drugs is when your drug dealer is ODing, because everything must go before the cops get there. The whole fucking thing. Yeah, man. I just want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in, and I'm gonna give. I think I'm like right there. So, anyways, I'm gonna give some time back to the room. That was awesome. Give it up for Godfather Comedy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Another round of applause for the DKCG Barry Keith Coe Jr. I don't know if you know that, lady. If you want to find a good man, I'm gonna teach you how to find a good man. Everybody, all the ladies in here, you too, everybody. Yeah. If you want to find a good man, if he has Junior or the third at the end of the name, he has legacy. There's somebody who cares, somebody who took the time to make that happen. That's a good one. Now, he might not be the coolest guy, but you notice this man has got 27 shows working. And you know, and Anastasia over here was like, yeah, he all right.
I said nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, so he don't be bugging. He don't be
You
bugging
said
like I like
enough,
it. He don't
girl.
bug like I like it. He don't bug like I like it. Anyway,
blowing up my spot.
Round of applause for the guy himself, Keith Coe, the Legacy Junior. One. They ain't playing no game. You guys ready for this next comedian? We going back to back like cook crack. So let's keep it going. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So we got the next lady coming to the stage. It's only right that they probably come from the same place. I have no idea, but she's cool as stuff. And even her name sounds like they might even come from the same slave plantation. I have no idea, but it's going down up in here, and that's why her hair is so curly, because like the dreams of a film, we will leave you in pure Anastasia. So get it ready. Lift it up and fill your body and put on your prom clothes and get ready for Anastasia Washington.
Wow. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, it's just like memory lane right now. But I've been, like adjusting to COVID and quarantine like everybody else. And something really exciting happened to me the other day. And I got invited to my very first drive-by. Yeah, like I'm so excited. I mean, it was a lot more like formal than I expected it to be, I got an Evite, and it was a really nice Evite, and there was like no weapons involved. All we do is like pass by the person's house and yell "Happy birthday!" But like I feel like I have street cred because I had to wear a mask. So, that's just the way I'm feeling about it. So like I've been watching a lot of commercials, because like who wants to get up during the commercial break anymore? There's nothing else to do. And I'm worried about a lot of slogans, right? So the other day I saw a commercial for Yoplait Yogurt's We by Yoplait. And their slogan is, tastes like 5 ounces of France. And I want to say, as a person who's tasted 5 ounces of France, it doesn't taste like that. Yeah. There's another one for eHarmony, which is eHarmony's slogan is somebody meets somebody on the app every 14 minutes. And as a true crime addict, I would like to give you other stats, like a person is kidnapped every 10 minutes. Yeah. So there's, we can just go stat for stat all day, it's fine. I've been thinking about ways to make money a lot lately too, and I've been really paying attention to Gwyneth Paltrow, right? Because I don't know if you know this, but she sold a $70 candle that smells like her vagina, and it sold out 3 times. A $70 candle that smells like her vagina, and she sold out 3 times, right? And now she's making one called Smells Like My Orgasm. And so I was just thinking, like, maybe I should get into candles, you know what I mean? And like maybe like a couple of my scents could be like swamp ass, or like is it me or is it you? Or smells like flowers, but it ain't, you know? Like, I'm just trying things out. I don't know where we're gonna go with it. I just, you know, I'm trying things out. I had an intervention over Zoom the other day. So I was FaceTiming a cat, and I was telling my family member about how I FaceTimed a cat, and she was like, listen, this is a perfect time for you to get into the dating game. Like, everyone is just, you know, there's nothing else to do. You can like really make a connection now. Have you heard of dating apps? And I just looked at my 9-year-old niece and I was like, God, you are so wise, you know? Yeah. So I'm half Black, but I'm very light skinned. And that makes you a very woke child, because when I was a little kid, if I threw a tantrum, people would think a big Black man was stealing me. So I would just be like, I'd be like, no, I don't want to do it, but you are my father and you have every right to yell at me. No, you're not my mom, but you are my parent and you have every right to spank me. You know, it just, it makes you woke really, really, really young. I do watch a lot of true crime, and I was wondering like how it feels as a white man to get to the age where you are the description of every single serial killer, right? You know, like that's when you have to like level up and make a choice. Like, what is my destiny going to be, right? You know, because you become like, you know, average white male in the late 20s to mid 30s. And, you know, then I started thinking about all my Comic-Con buddies that fit that description, and looking really closely at all my D&D buddies, like a lot. Like, I was thinking about like joining a cult, because like what else is there to do? But I feel like I'm not going to be good in a cult, you know, because I like to change up my look. I like to eat whatever I want, and I feel like their eating options are just going to be horrible. Also, they do this whole thing where they hold something over you, like they take a naked picture of you before you join the cult, right? And they're like, if you ever leave, we're going to show the world this naked photo. And I'd be like, so release it. Half the people in this world have seen me naked. I don't care. But actually, like, which one are you? Maybe we can do a reshoot. I have to see which one. Maybe, you know, like I would want first approval, but I wouldn't be held hostage by it for sure. So I was on the dating apps, but then I deleted them all and I got Pokemon. Because, you know, like with Pokemon, at least you are always guaranteed a good catch, you know? And, you know, like if you do meet up, it's in groups. So there's like strength in numbers and also, you know, options, you know? And if you don't want to leave, they have this thing called like a lure, where you can just drop an incense lure and wait for the Pokemon to come to you. You know, it's like you could be in a bathtub just chilling and like be like, Pikachu would be like, hey girl, I know you don't want to go out tonight, so just lay back, relax, and I'll come to you. Pika, Pika. I am a true crime addict, so I'll leave you with this little tidbit. People are always like, you know, she was in a bad neighborhood, Compton. I'm like, Compton? I'm not scared of Compton. Like, I'm scared of like O'Malley's favorite pub, like that kind of thing, because, you know, I got called racist for this joke, but I listen, I would rather be killed by a minority than a white person any day. Because like a minority, they may shoot you, they may stab you. It's over. It's done. But like a white person will keep you in their basement and make you into a doll baby and do dirty things to your head. And it's like, just shoot me in the street like a normal person. You know? Somebody called me a racist for that joke, and they were like, racism works both ways, you know. White people can, you know, like, you can be racist to white people too. And I was like, honey, it is okay. I'm not saying I want to be murdered at all. I don't want to be murdered, but I just have a preference about my murder. If it was too late, it's okay. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah. Round of applause, Anastasia from the crib, Washington. Right, that's right. I like it. That's good work. We got one more comedian coming to the stage to close this thing out. It's our closer. It's also our technical guru. Also, I want to give a shout out to my man Ishmael Rivera, Big Ish, a Puerto Rican from Philly. I told y'all my jokes about Ricans. This is one of my papi primos that made me forced to be dancing with his family with my homie Jeff back in Philly. One love for Puerto Ricans, the light-skinned black people with an accent on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Props to them. And another round of applause for the goddess herself, Anastasia, soon to run the NAACP by herself, Washington.
Why, thank you.
That's right. I love that hair. You better work that hair, girl. Work that hair.
It's cutting off some of my afro. It's cutting off my afro.
I'm telling you, work that hair. I'm telling you, you can blackfish somebody. You better get them. You can get them. I'm telling you. So we're going to close it out right now. Now, this lady right here, she is a manipulator of souls, spirit, and the heart of mere mortal men. Yet she can also make you immortal as she gives you the time of day. So take your time and focus on the excellence that is coming before you right now. Some would call her Athena. Others would call her Queen. Some would call her the love of their lives. I call her mi amor. So put your hands together and show some love for the CAROL, because I'm Carl, and this is the female version, Carol Newell.
Oh man. So yeah, I am doing live comedy, you guys. That's a lot of fun. I started going to this drive-up show, and then I was like, they got busy doing real shows, so they were like, well, we're gonna abandon it, but if you want to take it over, I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it over. So I started doing that, and at the same time I started 2 other shows, so I was like, I'm not busy enough, let me just do some more. So but I was on my way to one of those shows 2 weeks ago, and I got a flat tire on the carpool lane, which is not fun. Like, cars are whizzing by at 80 miles an hour, and just when the shoulder ran out is when I got the flat tires. I had to back up 200 feet to get back on the shoulder. And then I'm like trying to empty out my trunk, because you know how women have like so much crap in their trunk. I'm no different. So I'm emptying all the stuff out of the trunk into the back seat so we can get to the spare. And then this cop pulls up behind me, and he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, waiting for you. No. I was like, no, I had a flat tire. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's bad. It was like off the rim, you guys. And then so he's like, did you call for help? And I was like, yeah, they should be here anytime. And they pulled right up. And he's like, well, you can't change the tire here, it's dangerous, so you're gonna have to exit the freeway. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be fun. And then he stopped the freeway for me, you guys, like, just for me. That's why I'm the queen. No, just kidding. He stopped the freeway, and then he helped me get off, and then he escorted me off the freeway. I was an hour late to my show, but it all worked out, so that was good. And then I was talking to my friend, and we were talking about somebody I haven't seen in a long time, Aunt Flo. And I had this supervisor when I was at one of my first jobs, and I was feeling really crappy one day, and he's like, what's wrong, Carol? And I was like, well, my Aunt Flo from Redlands is here. And he's like, oh, what's her name? I was like, Aunt Flo? And he's like, no, what's her last name? And I'm like, Freely? And he's like, well, because I used to date a girl who lived in Redlands. And I was like, really? I said, you're married and you have 2 kids and you don't know about Aunt Flo? And I was like, yeah, the monthly. And he's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to know about that. And then you met her cousin, Aunt Flo from Brownsville.
Well, I will say, if you're a nasty motherfucker like me.
Oh, yeah, that was a good time. And he left me alone after that. He stopped asking, why aren't you smiling? So what else? Oh, I have a roommate, you guys. Here's the thing. Like, I was on quarantine a week ago because I went out of town on my vacation. And then when I came back, they made me quarantine and take a test and make sure that I didn't have anything, which I didn't. And then, so I was home for 4 days. That was the longest 4 days of my whole entire life. I don't know how you guys been doing this for 4 months. It's crazy. But one of those days, I took 2 naps and I did a show, and I don't know what happened to the rest of the time. It was worse. So this roommate of mine, she's been living with me since we bought the house, and she's a little older than me. She's never had a boyfriend since the whole time we've lived there. And she has no kids, never been married, has a little dog. So obviously a hoarder. And she is a hoarder. She recently branched out to the hall closet. She just took it over. And now she's got she's one of those people that buys shit when it's on sale. So she's got the wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling Kotex collection. And I'm like, what are you going to do with 10 years worth of Kotex when you only have 5 years worth of menstruation left? She didn't like that. But I figured it out. She's going to use it for her incontinence. We're not besties. So I'll leave you with this. I am an essential worker, you guys. I'm still working in the office every day. Thank God, because I could not wait to get out of my house. Like last Sunday, I couldn't believe the words were coming out of my mouth. I can't wait to go to work tomorrow. No. So yeah, still working in the office. Thank God. And this is not, I know, the face of gangster rap, but you guys, I listen to gangster rap. I like to call it the gangster rap, because I'm over 50. So I was listening to the gangster rap one day, and my coworker comes by and he hears that I'm listening to the gangster rap, and he's like, Carol, how can you be so black and so white at the same time? And I'm like, because I'm an enigma. And he goes, you can't say that at work. That's racist. That's all I got, you guys. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks, Sidebar, for another fun week of comedy.
Carol.
Love you guys. Have a lovely evening.
Yeah, right. That was all that thing. Another round of applause for Carol
Newell. Nice.
God.
I was muted, but I think this part was good, right?
There you go.
That's a lot.
There you go.
That's right. One up again.
You gotta
Carol
watch the
Newell
very
doing her
end to get
goddamn
the strip
thing.
show.
That's right. Hey, look, y'all got dollars.
Woo woo.
Cash App Carl Anthony 3. Shit is tight right now. Actually, that's not the point. So that was the end of our show. That was all of our comedians. Let's give a round of applause for all the comedians on this show tonight. Carol Newell, for the close of the show and whatnot. And we're gonna finish it out. And I'm gonna just run through everybody's name, top to bottom, from beginning of show to end. I just want to take a good look to fill my brains. All righty, right. And we're gonna close it out here. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, watching the Dive Bar Comedy Show. Thanks to all the comedians coming through. Thanks to everybody that watched the show, fam liking back at the crib, everybody else that doesn't know us, checking us out, showing mad love, and keep watching the Dive Bar Comedy Show. And we're going to be back in them streets one day real soon. So let's go through it. And of course, we want to just keep it clapping and keep it riding. Can I get a clap, 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 clap? Because we had great comedians like Erik Escobar. That's right. He tore that shit up and whatnot. And following his ass, the baby girl came through and she laid it down. You know she did it right. I've been drinking, so I'm gonna make sure I get the names right because she don't want to fall. So round of applause also for Miss Davina Joy, who did a great goddamn job. Always blessing us. Excellent skill, talent, and whatnot. Then we got the goddess. Here is herself, the beauty, the swag, the smooth, the cool Erin Mohr.
Thank you very much.
Then we had the bad man himself, the legacy, the journey, the essence, the trials of life, Mr. Barry Keith Coe Jr. That's right. And then you know we always back it up. And I think I skipped the love. Did I skip anybody? No, I did not. Just want to make sure because I be drinking and shit. So we go back to it. And then after Barry, you know we had to bring the love of a past life into the game. She got curly hair. You know what I'm saying? She may run the NAACP. You never know what happens in her free time, but this shit goes down in the hood. By the way, she's also getting back into dating, so keep your eye out on the Tinder apps and all that stuff for curly hair and sweet loving and whatnot, and very good understanding. But understand, they want to get to know you first. I know, guys, it's bullshit to me. But anyway, so give it and show some love. Round of applause for Anastasia Washington.
Thank you.
That's right. And then, of course, we had our close of the night, Carol, the goddess. Shout out to young men. If you need your bills paid, I want you to track this lady down. She likes them young. She likes them strong. She likes them educated. And she likes them talented. And also, she's got roommates, never had any boyfriends. So she's begging for some dick. I'm sure she needs it. So bring your friend over and he can take the grenade hit for you. It'll be a great turn. I didn't say Eric. I thought he's the first one.
Yeah.
Shout out to young men. If you need your bills paid, Oh, well, anyway, I thought I said that. So let's go back to him because he's a drug dealer and he'll have me killed if I don't get it right. So if I did remember it, let's bring it back to beginning to the end for Erik Escobar.
Ms. Waldo,
right.
do you have anything?
All right, I just wanted to just take it too motherfucking far. Like I was an old dirty bastard. So we're gonna get right out here. We got the last show. Thanks again for everybody watching the show. Thanks to my poppies back home. Thanks to everybody that came out. And Miss Jo, tell me where we're about to go.
Yeah, we had so much fun tonight. We went over our time because we got hit with that homecoming surprise, which was such a shocker for all of us. But I'm glad we had a fun lineup and great people on this episode. And we will be playing the replay everywhere you listen or watch podcasts. You could also find us at divebarcomedy.com. So you could check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever at Dive Bar Comedy. We'll be live every Tuesday night. Or please check out the replay, share it with your friends. Thanks to all the people commenting and making it fun on the live feed. And all the comics for just making it an outstanding and fun show. Thank you all and have a good night.
Yay, thank you.
Bye.